So let's welcome another Strawbridge to the Strawbridge pulpit.
The Strawbridge Shrine in Maryland was the meeting place of the first Methodists in the New World. Robert Strawbridge formed the first Methodist class in America in about 1763. An African-American woman named Annie Sweitzer was a member of that first class.
The Methodist movement has always been a movement of diversity. It was open to anyone who would come to listen. And Annie Sweitzer, Aunt Sweitzer we call her, who was part of that meeting class that met at the John Evans house, it was a person of a very unique situation. Here was a slave woman of color who was invited to be as much a part of that class as any other member of that class. And the class that met there was what we would call a covenant class, in that they not only studied the Word of God, but they held each other accountable for how they were living out that Word of God. And you even had to have a ticket to become a member of that class. If you missed more than twice, you had to turn your ticket in and you were out of the class. So to think of a woman in her setting being allowed to even be part of that class is very extraordinary, I think, for those times.
Of course, we know Wesley was opposed to slavery from the very beginning, and Robert had to then to have preached that as part of his gospel preaching, or else Annie would not have been welcome there. But she was welcome there. She was not there as a slave, as an African American. She was there as one more person opening her heart to Christ.
This video was brought to you by the people of the United Methodist Church through World Service donations.